Hey everybody, we're back with another video. So, I just got back from Shang-Chi, and the Legend of the Ten Rings. So, we're going to do a review of that movie that I just witnessed right now. There were some other things I was going to maybe make a video about, but now they're kind of old news. So let me know in the comments down below if you'd like me to make a video about that. I was going to talk about, I was going to do a Batman themed video about Robin coming out as bisexual, the whole Catwoman, Harley Quinn show deal thing, and the reveal of the Riddler's mask, because I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit, the Riddler's outfit. So I was going to talk about that, but let me know if you want me to make a video about that down below, and I will. I also watched Suicide Squad, but that's not the time for this right now. I also watched the Zack Snyder cut of the Justice League, but I did not see the original, so, if you want me to make a video about any of those, let me know down below. So, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. I've always heard it pronounced Shang-Chi, but in the movie they say Shang, so we're going to go with that. This is an interesting movie, in my opinion, because when it was first announced, I was thinking that he was kind of like a lesser known hero. Like, I've seen him in the Ultimate Comics, and I usually kind of interpret him kind of like with Iron Fist, so to speak. They, have like the martial arts background. And since he's kind of like lesser known, I was thinking I feel like Iron Fist is the one that should probably have the movie, and maybe give Shang-Chi the Netflix series, but it kind of got reversed, because I was thinking Iron Fist would be he's more well known, but Marvel did what they did. But also, if we think about it, Marvel does make a lot of money from the Chinese part of the box office, and if we give an Asian superhero more of a bigger movie, it might go well with the Chinese side of things, and also it's more, I guess, inclusive for the 2021 audience, maybe. That's just my interpretation, but overall it was pretty good though. I mean, they, without spoiling too much, they did kind of cover the whole Mandarin thing from Iron Man 3 in this movie, so that was kind of good. I'm glad they kind of covered it and talked about it, because if they didn't, that'd be really weird. And it also adds to the, continuity of the MCU and stuff. And it's kind of the funny thing is, because now the MCU is, it's just a giant machine. Again, they've got all those Disney Plus shows that I haven't even seen. But, yeah. It's a whole machine, and it just keeps pushing out movies and media for us to consume and make memes about. But, yeah, I've been in college, and also the next couple of videos, if I record any, might be in my dorm room, just a warning, so be on the lookout for that. So, yeah, another origin movie, which I think is kind of funny, because again, now that we are in phase 4 pretty much, we're done with the whole big Avengers thing, so now we're in a new era of more origin stories, I guess, because now we have Shang-Chi, we have the Eternals, we have more of the Disney Plus shows are kind of coming out, and those are going to be origin stories, like Miss Marvel, or Captain Marvel 2. We have another Ant-Man. And again, now I think about it, I'm kind of just sidestepping the whole review, but that's kind of one of the funny things, is even in some of the ads, they play up the whole MCU thing. They have the one I just saw last night before I went to go see it. There was you got Cap putting his shield on his shoulder, you have Iron Man, and in the background there's the voice of the lady that says you are a product of all that has come before you, and it's Shang-Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. It perpetuates the MCU thing, oh, you gotta see it because it's in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So, but how was the actual movie? Without getting into anything too spoilery. And that's kind of another thing, is I don't know too much about Shang-Chi, so I can't really like look for like Easter eggs or anything, because don't really know. I was expecting maybe like, I don't know, something, but I could, like, if you give me a Spider-Man movie, I can pick out Easter eggs all day, but this, not really my forte. So there will be like a spoiler section because there is something I kind of want to discuss, but overall, I would definitely recommend seeing it, because at least, again, it's more, I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so again, at this point, like, can I kind of just say that? It's good. The action is fantastic, I thought. It's funny. Again, some of the jokes like don't always land. You kind of gotta expect that with like comedy in general. Like, not everything's gonna land, but I mean, it was funny. But some of the jokes that didn't land, I thought were kind of more at the end. Like, they were kind of, like my theater laughed, I guess. But I thought it was kind of like, okay, yeah, I kind of saw that one coming. Because again, especially with most Marvel movies, it's like, yeah, like some of the dialogue's kind of formulaic and whatnot. But I mean, it was funny. There was some good character moments. I thought the set pieces, not all the time, because again, like sometimes you do kind of like see the green screen in the back, and that's not always the best. But some of the set pieces did look pretty good, I thought. And again, there's good character moments. We do have a good lead up kind of for a sequel, I would say. And there's more MCU stuff than I kind of expected, to be honest. But yeah, overall it's good. There's good action, good character moments. Some of it's kind of, again, a little like formulaic and kind of cliche, but overall it's good. If anything did stand out, it would probably be like the first bit. And Shang-Chi, I thought, stood out as a character. He was good. Like, I would like to see more of him, without spoiling again too much. I would like to see him a bit more in the city, so maybe I'd like to get a bit more of that. I don't know if that would be like too cliche or not for like a action movie or not, but I thought those were kind of set pieces that stood out to me, were like the city and all that. But yeah, overall I'd give it a B. I thought it was better than like Black Widow probably, but and especially because there was like a lot of things. There's a lot of things with that, of course, but overall it was good, and I'd give it like a B, higher than Black Widow. I don't know where I'd rank it on the overall cinematic universe, but yeah, it was good. I don't know if I'd give it like some people on my Facebook groups have been giving it like a 10 out of 10 and stuff. I don't know if it's that good, but I thought it was pretty good. Yeah, give it a B. With going into spoiler territory, gonna do that right now. So click away, move, go somewhere else. Okay, so with spoilers, again, there's not much I can really pinpoint. When they started talking about dragons and stuff, I was kind of expecting like Fing Fang Foom maybe, because that's like the only like dragon I can really name off the top of my head from the Marvel universe. We got to see the old Ben Kingsley Mandarin for a good chunk of the movie, so that was kind of funny. He brought some humor. He was funny. Again, it tied it to Iron Man 3, which I thought was good, because, like, we never really, I don't know, that was kind of a weird spot to be, because they didn't, MCU was still like, I mean, it was not necessarily new, but it wasn't as well-oiled as it is now with the Asian Chinese perspective, I guess, because I know Bob Chipman on The Escapist does like a piece, like a video on the Iron Man 3 plot point about like how the race and the movie kind of conflict, so to speak. Did a really good job on that. But yeah, we saw Ben Kingsley. I'm pretty sure we saw the Abomination, which I thought was interesting. We see Wong fighting the Abomination, so that was neat. At least it was like the comic book of Abomination, not the one from the Incredible Hulk. I'm not sure how that kind of plays into everything, but that was something. And then again, we have like 2 post-credit scenes, and there's the one that builds up to the overall sequel of possibly his sister becoming the new like Mandarin or the bad guy or something. We'll see what happens there. And there's also the first one that has him interacting with the larger Marvel universe of, we see Bruce Banner and we see Captain Marvel, and we see Wong trying to figure out what his like rings are made out of. So I thought that was kind of cool. Again, it kind of brought it into the MCU, and I mean overall it kind of makes me think, because I'm like, with the actors and stuff, like we are kind of just a machine at this point. But yeah, it was good, funny, and like I said, that kind of, because like he and his friend like Katie do karaoke and stuff, so I would like to see them more in the sequel, like kind of in the city. I hope we get more city stuff. Now that he has the rings, I'm not sure what we'll do with that, how that'll like affect his combat, or I mean, granted, the whole point of the first one was, of course, to master his fighting style. So we'll see how that kind of gets incorporated, what kind of villains they can possibly throw at him that will challenge him, because I don't know if they will do a city one, if his sister will be the villain, we'll see. But yeah, overall, it was a good movie. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Peace.